Good morning, good afternoon. This is Tony Burris, and I am reaching out to you. I am on a brief assignment out here in Kennesaw, Georgia. I'm waiting on some stuff to come through so I can take care of some business for one of my clients. I am reaching out to you today, Monday. This is 11/4/2024. And for this country, tomorrow is election day. And I hope you've cast your vote or you've been a part of that process, which is great. Whatever candidate you endorse, may the best man or woman win, and we'll just keep it at that. One of the things I want to talk about today is watching your self-talk. I'm reading a book, many books. I still got to finish my other one. Forgive me for that. It's so much information out here, just all over the place, and it just makes me feel so empowered. And one of the things they was talking about in this book, a better way to think, and it's by H. Norman Wright. And one of the things they were talking about in one of my recent reads, I've read this before, so I'm reading it again. It's a self-talk. Now, your self-talk can be either positive or negative, and many of us know that. We have 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Some of us know that. I've heard more, I've heard less. But there's a lot of thoughts going on in anybody's mind at any given time. So as I process this information and see there's several areas, it's the people, environment, circumstances equals information. And that information that I get, I process it based on my individuality and where I'm at in life. So one of the things I like to, remind you or remind myself of is to watching my self-talk. My self-talk can go anywhere from like, oh man, it's Monday, this sucks, I'm tired of doing this, or oh, I gotta go to school today, I gotta do this today, oh, I gotta go take care of this today, oh, I don't want to do that today. And, and it's imperative that I remember, and that each of us remember, like, you have to be good to yourself. You have to have some positive self-talk. No one has all the answers. No one has perfected any of this. So watching your self-talk is very, very important, and depends on how you feel about your self-talk and that 50 or 60,000 thoughts a day. It's imperative that I do make it as positive as I can, because thoughts do matter. Everything that I've done to this point started with a thought. My job, my children, my wife, my family, everything starts from a thought. It just doesn't happen, you don't wake up one morning and say, "Ooh, this is my life. Hi, this is my husband. This is my wife. This is my children. This is my car. This is this." Everything starts. So it's an imperative. It's very imperative that I, as an individual, watch my self-talk, because my self-talk will lead to my self-walk, how I walk through life, how I'm walking through situations. And also having a positive self-talk versus a negative talk. Like I said, the negative can be like, this is my life and I'm not liking it right now. This is what's going on and I don't like this. Now, you could take that same life that you complain about, somebody to be happy, joyous, and free about. They'd be like, wow, that's what you have to deal with. At least you got a job. At least you got a family. At least you got a spouse. At least you got a husband. At least you have kids. At least you have someone to complain to. So it's imperative that I understand that my self-talk is key to my own personal development. And personal development is what you do to develop your personality or your personal reality, let's say. So as I develop this self-talk, I have this self-talk with myself daily, then I need to understand that, I have to watch my self-talk, because if I talk bad or talk down about something, I don't give, I haven't learned from what I'm talking about, or I haven't, pushed past my own limited ability to understand that, this too shall pass. If you're having a self-talk about, something that you're not, cool with it at this time, talk your way through it. And if you keep living and growing and developing yourself, you'll get to the other side, and it may look different than what you thought it would look. So, and I'd say find something that you read that you're passionate about, and just do that on a consistent basis. Figure out what it is that you want to do, and you don't care whether you get paid for it or not, and money's not part of the equation, and that's the key to happiness and success from me as an individual, finding out what I like to do and what I like to do, and how can it serve and help other people. I was talking with my wife about joy and happiness, and as a matter of fact, we went to church yesterday, and the preacher was talking about, the difference. She gave examples on the difference between joy and happiness. One's an inside job, one's an external job. Happiness is like this: oh, I'm so happy that you came. I'm so happy that you joined us today. The joy is putting on an event and see people come through the door and say, I didn't think anybody would come. You guys are making my heart sing a joyful noise, and it's so great to see you. And that's joy, because if you do a thing and if you're conducting business and you're happy with what you're doing, then that's a place for you. That's a good place to be. So happiness and joy are two different things. It's like peace and serenity. There's two different things. One's internal, one's external. I'll let you determine that for yourself. But anyway, we're talking about the self-talk, and we have, as humans, I've heard 50, 60, 100,000 thoughts a day. There's a lot of stuff that go on, and it is configured in a way that we rinse and repeat every day. The same thing, go to the same place, eat the same donuts. I'm sorry, donuts. Did I say donuts? Sorry, not donuts. You have that same thing in the morning, or you have something else that you do on a consistent basis. It could be a person, place, a thing, your favorite pet, your favorite whatever. You do it consistently because you've developed a pattern. You develop some continuity with your life. Now the question is, are you getting the results that you need from the continuity and the congruency that you're having at this particular moment? If you're not, you can always change it. And see, the only thing the change is the only constant in life. We're forever changing. Yesterday, I don't care if you're 9 or 90. You were 9 years old yesterday or 90 years old yesterday. Now you're 9 years old or 90 years old plus one more day. That means you're moving forward. And I was reading some time ago, and someone had talked about, life is this and life is that, and they weren't happy with their life, and someone asked them, compared to what? Because if you're not living, then life is over with, so you have nothing to complain about, sir or ma'am. So I work. It's imperative that we all work towards it. I don't want to say I or me or my or you should do this. I have to practice the very things that I'm sharing with you. Putting together videos. I'm not the greatest, but I will try to be the most consistent with it as much as I possibly can. I pattern my life around a guy. His name is that's on the internet, and you may have heard of him, Myron Golden. I'd like to work with him on some projects. I mentioned that before because he has a way of doing things I really like, and there's some brilliant people on the YouTube, and he makes a lot of sense, and plus we have some great men and women on there, and some of them I've taken a liking to and kind of follow up with them and watch their growth, and I just started really following this individual probably like the last year or so, and it was based on one of my other business partners giving me that information, and so I followed up with it. But we're going back to the self-talk. The self-talk is such a key thing, and I used to, I remember my niece saying one time, "Oh, Unc, something wrong with you if you're talking to yourself. That sounds like you're crazy or something." I say, listen, it's not, because everybody talks to themselves. If you don't talk to yourself, somebody else will be talking to yourself. And here's the thing with that, you should develop, you don't have to do anything. You should develop a positive self-talk if that's what you want. I don't think anyone would want to have a self-talk where they, bash themselves, where they have these negative conversations, oh man, you too old for that, or you don't know what you're doing, no one's gonna listen. And like doing this video, and I'm putting it out there, and that's what the people who are who do this type of thing, or who share their knowledge, wisdom, and experience on the platform, thank God for YouTube, and thank God for you being here today. And, so that I can share my experience, strength, and hope with you in the capacity that may improve your life. And feel free to leave a comment, get in contact with me. You know my name. You just have to look me up on Facebook and, various spaces on social media. So watch the self-talk this week, folks. And if it's not being positive and productive, change it. You're worthy of it. Change the, the can'ts into can-dos. Change the the will nots into I will today. There's 6 very powerful words. I can, I will, I believe. I can do all things through Christ or God or through something that's greater than myself. And I will improve my life for the better, and I believe in myself today. And so with that, I want to end this conversation. I don't want to keep you on the phone any longer. I really thank you for spending about 12 minutes of your time with me today. And I'm looking to improve what I'm doing, and it will get better. I just have to be consistent with it and start from where you're at, no matter what it is. I'm starting from where I'm at. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm starting from where I'm at. And I think you're amazing, and you can do greater things than you can ever imagine if you only believe in yourself and you never give up. Bye for now, and have a blessed week.